People want to watch when they're invested. And how do you get people invested? You get them emotional about it. You get them on your side and shit.
I like the way you're going with this.
Yeah, 100%.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the transgender swimmer that won the NCAA title?
Okay.
Because we're talking about competition.
We're going to hell.
We're talking about competition. How do you feel about that, Candy?
Candy, you start, please.
Please.
All right, well, how about I read you the article?
Please.
Transgender athletes are speaking up as over half the states in the US consider bills to ban trans students from competing in women's sports. University of Pennsylvania swimmer Lia Thomas made history on Thursday by becoming the first transgender woman to win an NCAA swimming competition in Division I, does that say?
That was like 1, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's meant to be a 1, but it... Roman numerals.
So like Roman numerals, I.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel about that?
This is okay. I'm gonna tread carefully, right? First of all, it's beautiful that trans athletes should be able to compete, but even the wording of this article about banning and stuff like that. I'm gonna start off with the most politically correct thing that I can say right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
But what I'm gonna say
watching
is,
you carefully.
I feel fucking knives pointing in my back right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
But what I'm gonna say is, it'd be nice to approach this from a inclusion, but more like let's generate a new kind of category, a new transgender, male to female, So at least now you're matching again now, because now what we're going to bring it back to is physicality and the actual structure of the human body based on the hormones and the things that you've come up with for no fault of your own, right? Especially if you're a trans person, you didn't choose to be in that body, but unfortunately now it has given you gifts and given you physical ability that is like far ahead of another, a woman that has been having those kind of biogenetics coming through. So it's heartbreaking this is the thing I'm going to go bad in terms of, it's heartbreaking for me to see female athletes put in so much time and effort in their sport, and they want to do well among their group. And then we have someone who's transitioned come in and just dominate them, bro, and just dominate them. And you're like, it happened in weightlifting.
Oh my God.
Okay, now, but the one thing again, I'm gonna
love it.
Yeah, okay, before I'm
a cloud daddy. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna have one thing more to say.
Please speak.
Okay.
I love it.
You're like, I'm just digging my grave like this.
Please speak. Go ahead.
Okay. But what I'm gonna say is, now depending on the sport, we have a different conversation. Now, physical sports. Now, swimming is one thing, but I've seen this happen in a few other things. Now, there's 2 other examples I'm going to give. There was another trans athlete that did weightlifting, powerlifting. Okay, we know what's going to happen there.
Of course. Genetics.
Then the other thing, the next sport was mixed martial arts. What were you talking about?
UFC.
And we let this athlete, I'm not going to say any moniker, this athlete, I'm going to give her that.
Oh, cloud baby.
Beat the shit out of other women. Beat the shit out of them.
Oh my God.
And we're like, that's fine. That's fine. You can have shoulders the size of Matumbo and still hit like a Mack truck, but that's fine.
The only reason why we're saying it's fine is because of the women rights.
Go ahead. I'm done with it.
You know what I mean? Because it is not right.
Yeah.
This is my perspective. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
This is not a that's it opinion. This is just Tony Remy's opinion.
Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
It's not right. Your body mechanics is different.
Tell me.
You know what I mean? You are stronger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hormones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If transgender want to compete, have a transgender league. You know what I mean? It's fair enough. Yeah, it's fair enough.
Just like you know what I mean? Female, you have transgender.
Now, if we're playing chess, it's different. But if we're in the UFC, come on, clout babies.
Yeah, you have
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I could take Ronda Rousey.
I mean, I'd beg to differ, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But as a male, you automatically was like, you could question like, he could take it. Any one of us that's you know what I mean, that's fit, that you know what I mean, that do any sorts of sports or martial arts or anything like that. You feel like as a man, you be like, I could take her down.
Yeah, that
it might not be possible, but that's different. You know what I mean? because of my body mechanics.
You're right. What about weight classes? There's weight
Same
classes
thing,
for
man.
a reason.
It's too much of the hormones.
You're not gonna let it. But you know what I'm saying though. Like, even if among men or women, you're not gonna let a like 300-pound guy fight 150 pound.
Yeah,
it's just not gonna happen.
No, you're right.
It's not. They don't sanction it. They wouldn't even allow it. Right. All the governing bodies. So it's like, even in this case, this swimmer was like a foot taller than the rest of these
Lia
people.
Thomas.
It's like literally like,
that's her name.
You know, no, this isn't a bad thing, but like twice the size of these other girls that placed. So it's like,
I respect that though. Do you feel like she's doing it so she could get one, clout, two, she's in the news, everybody know about her. She's getting mad money right now. She's getting paid.
I mean,
would you do it?
It's got to be a bit of both. It's a massive change, and it's a massive social undertaking. You know what I'm saying? So you
as
gotta
a
have
friend,
some real,
you know a friend. Right, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna change gender.
Oh man,
and I'm gonna get that paper."
Would
you say no to him?
I'd be like, "Bro, what are you talking about?
It's a business move,
bro. What kind of business?" I was like, "Dude, that means you suck. That means you suck so bad in the men's sport that you want to go and switch sides, bro. Get the fuck out of here."
You don't know what people would do for $1,000. Imagine what people would do for $1 million.
Yeah.
All they gotta do is act gay.
Yeah, you know what?
Change their sex and compete.
Now, this is the conversation that Rogan has.
Right? Cloud babies?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah. Yep.
It's just my perspective. Tony Remy.
But it's like in just, even prisoners, right? You can go to prison and say, "Oh, I'm transgender." A man could say that and get not only that, and get transferred to a new facility in a new area among different people.
That's a business move, baby.
It is a safe move. It's a safe move. So it's like,
oh my God,
these are the nuance. These are the questions we got to ask, because this is it's a hard thing to try and digest and try and come up with a proper answer. It's like one of those things where we need to it's trial by error in this respect. Like they're trying to be inclusive, which is great. So they allow this athlete to compete, but when you see the results of what's happening and it's kind of crushing the dreams of these female athletes, it's like we got to come up with a better solution. All right. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Let's move on to another fight.